Hi, and welcome back. Today I'm coming to you live from the capital of COVID. Just kidding. Though we do in Hollywood have more cases per person than every other city in South Florida. So way to go, Hollywood. But no, seriously, it's fine. All that means is that, for one, we have a testing site here in our city, and they do rapid testing, which basically means that their tests are processed within about 2 hours, and they do about 200 a day. So they're testing, obviously, only people who show symptoms. Like, don't go there because maybe you think, no, they're not dealing with that. But no, so that's why. It's really not that big of a deal. I feel perfectly safe. I live here. It's fine. But that is the truth, and that's what's going on today in Hollywood. But really, I wanted to talk about what's going on in real estate because there's so many things going on. Obviously, I don't feel like people are really, anxious to buy a house right now, but that doesn't mean that sellers aren't anxious to get rid of their house. So, keep an eye out on some houses that you might like and track them and stuff and see what, negotiations you can come to. So that's number one. Number two, banks and mortgage deferments and things like that. They're doing that. It's typically 30-day deferment, sometimes 60-day. It all depends on your institution. This is because the Fed, dropped borrowing down to zero, which is amazing. And then the banks or, any kind of lender is essentially supposed to pass that savings along to you. So they are, or they're deferring payments. It just depends. If you want to refinance, you can do that and try to get a, much better interest rate, which is great. Sometimes there's costs associated with that. It's not just like a free thing. You need, again, to check with your lender. And then for deferment, all that means is that you pay the interest on your mortgage payments, and then, they back end it because they'll for sure take their money. It just depends on when. So, those are a couple of options. You have to call obviously your lenders and find out what they're offering you, but it's a good time to do that because they're not doing anything, literally, and neither are you. So call someone, it's not a problem. Also, property taxes in the state of Florida still due March 31st, unless you want to pay a fee, they go up on April 1. So definitely pay that. Don't, delay, because they're not issuing any deferments on that. Also evictions have been postponed by I don't know how many days it is. It's April 17th. So I don't know, a little less than a month. That means postponement. That doesn't mean that they're never going to happen. They're not going to come for you. They are. So if you are having trouble paying rent, I highly recommend you speak to your landlord immediately. And again, if you're being evicted, it's coming. It's just coming later. So, don't think that you've gotten out of something or that you're not going to have to move or that the eviction isn't going to come. Try to prepare now, especially because, again, you're at home doing nothing. So you can do that. What else? I don't know. I think that's basically it. Oh, there is non-reporting right now happening. So if you are going to be late on any said payments, most of the lenders are non-reporting those things, which means that it doesn't go on your credit. So that's great. But that's, I don't know, basically it. I mean, I live in Florida and I live in South Florida and the seas are rising and that's a real thing. I don't want to tell people what to do, but if it was me, I really wouldn't be buying anything east of US 1, which means nothing to every other person in the world. But, we South Floridians get it. I really wouldn't because, again, seas are rising. This is a thing. And there are plenty of videos out there to show you about flooding and all kinds of craziness. So 100%, if that was me, that's what I would be doing, especially because, I have people in my generation who, are kind of becoming empty nesters. I mean, they just are, and they're looking to sell, their suburban house for their beach condo. And if you don't care and you're not worried and you're leaving plenty to your children or whatever, then yeah, don't, it doesn't matter, move, whatever, have a fun time. But if you're not, and it does matter, and that's how you want to spend your retirement, I highly recommend you maybe seek out water. that's not coastal. Maybe try a nice lake or visit the water, because it's a problem, and you don't want to be faced with that, and you definitely don't want to have to work for something, for so long and so hard, and then not to be able to pass it down to your children, and to create this legacy for yourself. So anyway, that's my opinion. Again, feel free to comment if it's not your opinion. I'm happy to hear comments. Please like, subscribe, or don't like. If you don't like it, that's fine too. Also, I wanted to share with you one of the best comments I heard yesterday on my first video. It was from a friend of mine who told me over the phone. She told me that I'm much prettier in person. Yes, my first troll. It's very exciting. I am not upset. It just means that I won't be getting dates off of YouTube, which is perfectly fine by me. So anyway, good luck out there. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, and stay at home whenever possible. Bye.